Hi friends, welcome back to my crafty desk. Sandra here with Blossom and Inspire, and today we are going to work on part 3 of the Flip-Flop-Flappy Envelope Journal, the friendly journal. So I have not worked on it. Like I said, I would probably do off camera. I decided I'm just going to turn the camera on. I mean, the most part I did was I just went and found some papers. So I know I want to use these to use for covering the backgrounds and whatever else that comes up, those from the paper pad, and a couple of other sheets. I have the flip-flop journal exactly how I left it, so I'm just going to set that aside because we're not actually going to be, I don't think we're going to actually be in it. I went and I pulled, I was pulling more papers to add to it to do the backgrounds, and I came across some copy dye paper that I know I need to back journal cards and tags. I thought I would work with that since I came across my Chapter 1 papers. Aren't they gorgeous? So I'm going to go ahead and just back these papers so that when I cut them out and I punch them out, I don't have to do that twice. I can just do it the one time. Sometimes I do it twice, sometimes not. This one I may or may not use. I mean, I like it. So I'm going to go ahead and back it just in case. So I have that. I found some scraps of copy dye paper that I had already cut up. That I used a stencil to create the hearts with the copy dye, and I thought friendship friendly journal can use some hearts. We'll put that there. And then there's a couple of pieces of Chapter 1 I found in my scrap bucket, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll just pull them out and maybe they'll go with this. So let me get my papers together here. These are just plain, you know, kind of nothing, they're just kind of boring, but they've got the copy dye on it. And then this one is so not boring. Isn't that cool? So depending on what we're doing, we can just, they're just to back it. This, I just got one file card that I copy dyed in case we need a little bit more structure on something. I don't like to really use that on the back of a pocket because it's beautiful and it needs to be showcased. So let's start off this way. We'll go ahead and get this on. So I'm sorry if you find this to be a boring video. I just thought, why just craft alone? I would rather just craft with my friends. I'm going to just use this boring one and put this on the back of this. I think maybe to save a little bit of that paper though, I could maybe cut down the sides of these a little bit. That might be nice. Okay, so I just trimmed that down a little bit to just save a little bit of the paper, you know, because now we have a nice strip there. And seeing how close I can get this on there. So that's all I'm going to do with this. And now I'm going to glue it, get the gluey. And I'm just kind of just trying to decide. I think I'm going to sew. I don't know, it's pretty thin. I might not have to sew, so I'm going to use my good glue stick. I think if I was going to sew, I would use the cheaper glue stick. It just goes on thinner, faster, and it's cheaper. So if I just use that and then I sew later, it's not a big deal. But if I'm not going to sew, I want to have a real good adhesion here. Everybody, you know, everybody's a preference on what the glue that they use and how much they use and where they use it. You just gotta do you and do what feels good, right? This makes me feel good, I guess. Not that anything's ever perfectly down, but you know, we just do our best. So I just so you know, I did raise my camera up a tiny bit. I feel like I'm either too down low or too up high, and I've been working on trying to get it so that it works for you. I don't know how a TV screen or a computer screen works. I don't know. I know on an iPad and on an iPhone, because those are what I use, that if you can't see it, you can always, see, I missed an entire spot there. You can, maybe it depends on the brand or the year too, I don't know. You can touch the screen or squint your screen and you can always pull it in. But if I'm too close, you can't make it go out, you know, you can't make it go further away. So I get I'm too, sometimes, not very often, but like I'm too close or I'm too far. And I don't know where the happy medium, I don't know where the happy or the sweet spot is. I don't think there's a perfect one size fits all on that. I just know that when I pull it down any further, I tend to keep getting off my screen way more than when I'm not. So I'm just gonna let that get it on there. I just really want to give it a good burnish now while that glue is wet and sticky, because I'm not planning on sewing this. And then once I cut it, you know, it's going to give me some edges. So, and just because I say I'm not sewing right now doesn't mean I won't later. So just remember that. And I have my rag is wet, thank goodness. I have and I'm going to use the wipey though right here just to get that. The bad habit of sticking, and then I have a dry wipey right here. Okay. So this is this flip-flop journal. Now that I got my skeleton and I got my flappies in, I feel so much better. I feel so good. Oh, and I will actually do it again. I thought I would never do it again, but I will, because I think it's going to be quite fun. I'm going to go ahead and just cut these out really quick, I think. Or no, I think I want to let it dry just a tiny bit. The other thing I did is I finished these pages. There's one in here, so that was already in there. I finished that off. And then I finished this page on that book for the collaging in this one, so I thought these would be good to cut up. But I kind of want to wait until we get our pockets so I know what to do with them, because we already have, I already have the other ones already pre-cut that I think will work well. So now let's get this one glued down. Pretty excited about this. I'm really excited about this. So let's use another one of these. I think I'm just going to use that. And then same thing. And I think I'm just going to use my paper cutter this time to get those edges off. So these are from Chapter 1. I don't know, Rosy Posy Kit. Chapter 1 has a lot of stuff. Like, their stuff is just gorgeous. I like it. So, wow, I'm not very good at measuring. But, so ChapterOnePapers, I'll link their, I'll go grab their Etsy shop and I'll link that in the description box. But honestly, I don't know that I'm gonna have time to go and find all the different kits that I've used and whatever. If this one just pops right up, like if I see it right away, I'll absolutely grab it. If I remember, it's Rosy Posy, I think is the one that is that the only one I'm working with? Rosy Posy, yes. So, okay, there we go. Because I know it's nice to be able to have a link just to get to really quickly, especially if you really like something. So you're not just searching all over the place. Everybody's time's important. Okay, got that down. Just gonna give it a good burnish. Whoops. Got caught up on something. So the paper that this is on is the Red River double-sided matte paper, just in case you're wondering. It has a little bit more heft to it, so I feel that's another reason why I'm using this really thin coffee dyed paper. Really thin, it's copy paper that it's coffee dyed, but it's very thin and cheap. These are like those big packs that you find at the, well, I find them all the time, I think, at the thrift stores and stuff, and they're just like a bundle of like paper, and people have already been into it, and so whatever. And I grabbed those because I like to use them for coffee dyeing. So we'll put that one over there, and then do I just have the one more here to do? I have two more to do. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut these out with my hand because it's going to be faster. They're not lined up. They're not like exactly lined up. At least I can't tell. It doesn't seem like it in my cutter. I wonder if my cutter, I mean, it's never had a problem before, but do they get off of alignment? Like, and I wonder if that can happen. I mean, sure it can mess up. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think I've dropped it or anything. And now, throw those away. I'm going to get those back down, but if I'm going to can cut, I think I'm going to finish cutting these also. I think I'll use, see, this one looks like it could be lined up. We shall see real quick here. And it could just be me. Maybe I'm just not getting maybe I didn't get my paper in the first time, like up real close to the top. And so if I start off crooked, then of course everything else is going to be crooked, right? I think that's it, because this looks pretty straight. And I'm pretty sure that's one of the things I liked about the Chapter 1 papers on a lot of these papers, is that they make sure to line it out nicely so that it can just be easily cut like that, like a so. Aren't those pretty strips? Okay. I'm probably not going to copy dye though, or back those though. Those are just going to be on their own for decoration. So I'm pretty excited. I'm planning a trip, which we never take trips. I mean, like we go to Spokane and see our kids and grandkids and stuff like that, but we don't really take trips. We just work. We work all the time, and we really like being home. So there's that. But my aunt, well, I've got some cousins out there too, but I really want to go see my Aunt Sandra, and so, who I was named after, I really want to go see her, you know. She's even older than I am, and I want to see my auntie, and I'm tired of putting the trip off because there's always something that comes up. But you know what? The truth of the matter is, something's always going to come up. That's what life's all about. Something's always going to come up. So I am going. So I told my best friend. She's like my sister, you know, but she's my mini BFF's mom. Brianne, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go. I want to plan a trip to North Carolina. I want to go see my aunt. She's like, what? She goes, I want to go to North Carolina. I've been wanting to go to North Carolina. That's on my list. She goes, I'm going with you. And I was like, oh, okay. Sounds good to me. She says, she goes, well, where? She goes, well, first of all, what town or what city are you going to? I want to make sure that, she goes, my only criteria is that at this point anyways, my criteria is that I go to the beach, that she goes to the beach. She wants to go to a beach. And I was like, all right. So I don't think there's beaches really close by, but where we live, you know, like we're so used to having long drives anyways. But I guess when you're on a trip, you don't really want to spend time doing those long drives. Anyhow, so I think the beach, unless there's one closer, I think it's like 4 hours away or something. But I thought, why don't we do this? Why don't we make our trip a little bit longer and go fly, you know, like make it a little bit longer, and then wherever we fly into or fly out of, whichever we choose, can be closer to the beach so that we have to drive in, and then that way we can have some fun on the way, and then like have some personal like girlfriend time before we go and do family time, or vice versa. And or even sandwich family in between, and that way if family wants to do anything too, they can with us along. I mean, like, it's up to them. I don't know what their schedules are like. I'm just like, hey, I'm going to North Carolina, and this is what's happening. Whoops, I did not mean to slam that down. So we are going to go in the fall, and at this point in time, my husband says yes, he wants to go. Of course, you know, like, he likes to go places too, and he was born and raised out in this area. So he was born in Canada, across the border. His mom, well, she's U.S. now, but his mom's Canadian. So all his traveling has been mainly since we've been married. And I grew up moving all over the United States. I don't remember everything, but I do remember lots of places that I lived and have been to. So it's kind of nice, whoops, that, you know, because he wants to go. So I thought that would be great. And so I don't know if Brianne's husband's going to go, or if it's just Brianne. But that, I'm excited. I'm so excited. So excited to go see my aunt, my cousins. I'm really excited. Cannot wait. The fall's going to be here before I know it. So, but the other thing is, I thought, well, when Brianne said she wanted to go to the beach, I thought, I wonder what else is in the area. Like, what else can we go, what are we going to look for to do? Because we need to make it also some girlfriend time, or family and girlfriend, whatever. We need to do some other things if we're going to make it an extended trip. Make it an extended trip. So, if you've been listening to me or looking around at my playlist and looking at my funky stuff, you're gonna know that I love Halloween. And I do not watch scary movies. I can't. But I love haunted houses and haunted, like, I love haunted houses and haunted walkthroughs and things like that, like, that are, that people put on, you know. So there's something like that out there. It's like an hour and a half away. I found that and I was like, oh my gosh, please don't be crazy expensive, please. And it's not. I'm like so excited. So I already sent that information to both Brand and my husband, because that's on my list. Like, I'm going, period. So I'm gonna let my family know. I don't know if they do Halloween or if they like that kind of thing, or if they've even ever been to that and they don't want to go, or if they, I don't know. But anyone can go. It's a public thing. I don't run the show. I just know I'm going to the show. I'm not using those. And then let's see. This is all actually out of a magazine that I had, and I thought, I don't know. I think they might actually work in there too. So we'll see. I'm gonna throw it over there in the stash though. So now I just need to get this stuff back. And then we need to cut the other things out. Oh, look, I got mixed up because of the side. There we go. There we go. I want this. These are nice and heavy. I feel like, I don't know what I want for a backing. Do I want this to be thicker for the journal card? Yeah, maybe. Let's try these ones. I want this. I like that print. I think it's really pretty. Anyhow, so I'm pretty excited about going there and going and seeing everybody. And I think they're excited too that I'm coming. Finally made a plan to do this. So I'm gonna use my you know how your credit cards, how they give you money if you use them. So I've been doing that for one credit card for, you know, I don't know, few years with my one credit card. I only use the one credit card. So I've been using that and I pay it off every month. Like a good girl. And so I see that's extra crispy. I'm afraid it's just gonna like break off on this. I'm gonna come down a little bit. Anyhow, I have earned enough money on there to buy mine and my husband's plane tickets. So that's what I'm gonna use. So I'm really happy about that. I've been saving it for something. I thought, I don't know what I'm saving all that up for, because you can have it to where it just goes directly into your account, or you can use it to pay your card. You can do different things with it, but I wasn't doing that. I didn't need to it. So as long as I didn't need to, I wasn't going to. This side's sticky because of this paper. So there, I feel good about that. And then of course we'll just stay with family. I mean, except for like maybe on our way there and on our way back, maybe we won't, because depending on what we're doing and where we're at. But for the most part, we'll stay with family, so we don't have to worry about having a hotel cost. So it's just gonna be food and gas and anything that we wanna do that's fun, you know, and then like our little, whatever we do, you know, as your, you know, for our thank yous for letting us, you know, invade your space. I'm so excited. Oh. Just gotta make it happen. I think it becomes more important to us as we get older, or I don't know if it's, for me it's been getting older. Other people might experience it at different times in their life, but I think, you know, getting older and missing the moments, and then you can't get those moments back. I'm not gonna go in crazy debt to do anything. I think it's really nice that we have all that FaceTime and stuff now, because I think that really helps a lot. But there's still the, you know, the touch and the feel, the hugs and the kisses, the laughs, the funny things that happen that people see and don't see, you know, like, you know, when you try to trip, like when you try to trip your cousin or something like that, but you totally miss them and you kick the side table and stub your toe instead, like those kind of funny moments. Just kidding. So, there's things. I'm just teasing. I'm not going to go trip anybody. But you know what I mean, right? Like, this is little funny things. The last time we went and visited my aunt was many years ago. And she was actually still living in New York. So we went to visit my kids. Well, all my kids were young and they lived at home. So we took them. They were all, well, teenagers and a preteen. And so we took them back east so they can meet family and then go back east and, you know, go do something. So That was a very long time ago. And I took my, oh my gosh, I take my fake snake. I don't have it anymore. All my grandkids have stolen all my stuff. Took my fake snake and took my fake spider and took my fake rat because it wasn't Halloween time. It was just, you know, I have to have those things in case. And my youngest son pulled a prank on my aunt. It was really bad. So he took the fake, I don't know what it was. Was it the snake? I think it was the snake. And they're not allowed to, like, some people you cannot prank with the snake because there's like a huge phobia, right? So you have to be careful. Well, I didn't know he did this, and he took the snake and he put it on the toilet seat, laid it like, so when my aunt went in and opened the seat, I don't know if he did it specifically for her. He just put it in there for someone. She just happened to be the one that got it. Oh my gosh. I wanted to just strangle that kid. But, so I won't be doing that. I won't be taking that stuff anymore. I do like to give little kids, I do love giving little kids like fake spiders and things like that. And then I let them know, you know, they're little, they need some help. So I tell them, you know, don't say anything, just take your spiders and just lift the covers up on Mama's bed and then put the spiders in there. Or put them, I said, do you know where she does your, you know, do you know where she keeps her coffee cup? You just put a couple spiders in there. They're like, I go, can you do it? They're like, yeah. I go, okay, now have fun. Have fun. Oh my gosh, I had to take a drink of water. So I'm gonna put those over there. So I think I'm gonna now cut some of these out. So here we go. So I'm not going to punch those holes right away because I might not punch them. I mean, I think it just depends on how I'm going to use them. So I don't want to have them punched now. And I said I wasn't going to sew around these, but I don't know. I just feel like they look so naked. But we'll see. I don't know how I'm using them yet. So I think a cute little stitch around them doesn't bother me. I like sewing. I enjoy the sewing part as long as I'm not doing a ton of it at one time because it just... I'm sitting in one spot too long doing the same thing over and over again. I mean, I guess I kind of am here like this, but I can change it. Like, I'm doing this right now, and then I can just be like, done with this. I got to go do something different. But I'm still at my desk, where the sewing is, I mean, the biggest change I can do is the stitch, right? So I don't think I'm going to do these. I didn't back these onto anything, so I'm just going to leave these in a little section. I need to move them so I don't accidentally throw them away. Then we have these ones, and I have these journal cards here. Whoops, it's still stuck to that. I'm going to cut these journal cards out. All right, so these won't be really heavy duty like journal cards, but I think they're good enough. And plus, if they're too heavy duty, then they really bulk it up in there, right? And they have some pliability. I mean, I don't know if they only have it because that glue might be a little damp, but I don't know. We'll find out. We will find out. Oh shoot, I was gonna put these on the backs of some of them, but you know, I still can. I still can. The day's not over. I still have more stuff to cut out. I'm gonna go ahead and then just get these cut down because otherwise it's just gonna end up in a stash of stuff. This one, I feel like it could be, I'm gonna try this paper cutter on this. It won't take me forever to do it this way. I need a new blade still. I still have never changed it. I'm just gonna move it to fit. There we go. Okay, looking good. I think I'm gonna cut those down to be tags, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut them out. Like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, did I get that in there? I know I'm supposed to turn it the other way to see. I don't know why. I want everything to face me, but I might just leave a couple of those like that. I just don't know. I don't like the round. I like the corners rounded anyways, so let me try it that way and see. I'm gonna turn it this way so I can see where my paper's lining up. There we go. Yeah, so I guess like little tea cards, right? Why are they called tea cards? Is it because is that what you would put your tea bag on? And they just started making them pretty because it was all ladylike and dainty and the tables were cute, and so they would put like little cute little cards for their tea bags to go on. Is that the way? I don't know. Seems like a smart thing to do. See, I wouldn't leave that like that either if I did that. Well, I would definitely punch the hole because there's a hole there. I think I would do it. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that to the tag side like that, like so. And then I'll get my little, oh, that one's done, and this one needs to be done. Yeah, I don't think they need to be sewed, so. Who likes making those big tassels, or small tassels, big tassels, the things that hang off the side with or without charms? They're just really fun and full. Who likes making those? I like making them, and I was just wondering if anybody wanted me to make them, like do it while I'm doing a video to see how I make mine. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab one that I made so I can show you. Anyways, I was just wondering, the only one I have because I have given them all away. The only one I have that I can find that I know of, it doesn't have any dangles on it, but it's one that I made on my Halloween garland, so that I made myself. So I like the tassel, so it's those colors. Keep that in mind. This isn't going on a journal. So it's just with all the different threads, different trims, and I did use some jute on this because I did a bead with it, and I wanted the jute to be on there, and I just put like a little bow on top. But anyhow, they're just fun to make. I like making them. I can make them with a ring in there instead. But if you've never made one and you want to make them or see how I do it, there's different ways to do it. Let me know, because I'm going to be making them, and I can either do it on a video or not. But I do like making them. And there's just a couple of different knots. Well, I guess there's different kinds of knots you can use. There's one I like that it hides the knot. And what is it called? It's macrame. Well, I mean, like it's a knot, but you do it in macrame all the time. What is it? It's when you loop it down, you pull it down, and then when you wind it, and then you tuck it in through the loop, and then you pull it, and it brings the knot up inside the windy thing. Anyways, do you know what I'm talking about? I would definitely do my best. Whoops, wrong side. I would definitely try to figure out what that knot's called before I show you, so that we know. Well, see, look at I didn't get that down. Oh well, something I can work on in a minute. Must have missed a whole section there. Joys. So I want to get a few made. I want some made for different things. I have so many charms and so many pieces of jewelry, and I just need to get those used up. I have so much yarn. I have so much threads. I'm a hoarder. I don't really want to be a hoarder. I like shopping. I like thrifting, not necessarily shopping. Is it the same thing? I don't think it's the same thing. I like thrifting, and I love finding really cool, unique, interesting things. And I don't like set out specifically to find like I'm looking for this. Well, I mean, sometimes I do, like I'm looking for this. I find it harder to thrift that way though. If I just have an open mind and let my eyes just take me where they want to go when I'm looking around, I find really cool things, and I love it, and I buy what I like. So if I like it, I'll buy it, because either I'll use it or somebody will. But anyhow, oh, I guess I didn't really need to back those, but I've done it now. They could be like little belly bands. I don't know that I need to cut them out right now. So I need to make some. I was thinking that, I mean, literally my stuff just cost me pennies, so it wouldn't take me long to make a bunch of them, and I could do different colors, and I can use the jewelry, and even all my jewelry, honestly, I don't know what's vintage. What is the difference between vintage and antique? Is it the year? Is it the era? I don't know. All I know is I have stuff from all over the place, but I don't spend like crazy amounts of money on it. So I'm not going to charge crazy amounts of money. I'm not going to be, I'm going to charge what, I'm going to charge reasonable. And I know my time is worth something, but honestly, I'm really enjoying doing this, and I think the friendships I'm making is part of, in my mind, I guess, it's part of getting paid. Like, I know when I was crafting all the time before YouTube, like I would just craft and listen to music, and it was fine, it was nice, but I mean, like, I still got a little lonely. When I started watching YouTube videos, even though my friends, you know, they might not know they're my friend, but they are my friends. I mean, they're putting themselves out there themselves. I can't even speak right. They're putting themselves out, themselves out there. They're creating the videos, they're crafting and creating, they're teaching or chatting or both, and that is friendship. And that is a world I like to be in, and that's what drew me to that's what drew me to YouTube. I mean, YouTube's been out for a long, long time, and a lot of people are watching videos and different things, and I was like, yeah, I'm not watching YouTube. I just wasn't watching it because I really didn't know what it was, and I thought, oh, is it just like the new Facebook? Like, is it just going to be a bunch of ads? Like, I really didn't understand it, I guess, until I think what happened is when I started doing my surgeries, when I couldn't do stuff, and so I was like, well, I can't craft, so I started watching the videos. I think that's kind of when I really started getting into it. Is that when I started getting into it? Maybe. Anyways, and I realized that just because we don't all see each other, and just because everybody that watches my videos doesn't comment on them, just because of that doesn't mean we're not growing some sort of a friendship. I'm crafting, I'm talking, like nobody's sitting here in front of me, but I mean, in my mind you are. So we're crafting together, we're working, we're hanging out together, we're just, whatever. I wasn't always crafting, I guess, but anyhow, sidetrack. All that to say, I don't remember what I was talking about. So, oh, yes, payment in friendship, yes. Be my friend. That's how you can pay me. No, that's not what I was saying. I think that's what I think that's what it was sounding like. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I like the idea of being able to shop for myself and my friends and not have to, you know, nobody has to break the bank. Nobody. I don't have to break the bank. You don't have to break the bank if you see something you want. But I want to make a lot of tassels. That's what I was talking about. And I don't know what I would do with them if I made a ton of them because I have so much stuff, unless I was trying to sell them to. I don't know if anybody's even interested in them. Maybe. Won't know until we try it. So I think I'm going to put this aside with my cards over there. And then these things, aren't they so cute? And now I need to figure out what I want to do here because I still never covered my pages. So at first I was going to put this one on the very front because I like the colors and I like the soft pinks and things like that. But now that I'm doing all this chapter 1 stuff, I'm kind of wondering if I should stay more on my backgrounds to be more of a neutral thing like that. Because I have that color. I mean, there's still something going on, but there's that color. Yeah, I think I'm liking those. Thanks. So I'm glad I didn't do this yet. Even that one, that's got photos. Is that good? I don't know if that's the right colors either. So I think I'm going to pull that out. I do like this one. Yeah, I think that's the ticket. And I do have this one. It's more in the yellows, but I think that's fine. I like it. They play well together. So I feel like they do. All right, so let me know what you think about that. I think that's going to be pretty. Now, do you want to make a flip-flop-flappy a flip-flop envelope and haven't done it yet because you don't have a lot of envelopes to use, you don't have the ones that the right kind of envelopes in the right kind meaning what you want to use, or because putting that together is like, no, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna try to do that. I want one and I would like to decorate it, but I don't want to have to do all putting it together. I would love for you to answer those questions for me. Maybe I should put like a little thing. I don't know. Anyhow, all that to say is if you want, you might not know this about me, but I have a ton of envelopes, all different kinds. I can put together envelope packs. I used 9 envelopes to make this one. And I just use the plain white ones because I'm not tearing them up, I'm not cutting them open, I'm not using windows or anything like that. Not to say I'm not ever gonna do that, but I have those if I want to. I just wanted something like this fun and easy for me to put together to play with. And so, and I can sew the signatures in, you know, I can find my spots easily and things like that. So if you want to do one, but you don't have the envelopes that you want to use or enough envelopes that you feel like you can just dedicate a bunch to one project, I'm going to go ahead and make little packs of envelopes for sale. So I don't know, what I don't know is if somebody was to buy them, if anybody was to buy them, do you want to buy the envelope pack with some other items with it? So maybe like, do you want me to incorporate paper or not DigiKits because I can't sell somebody else's artwork, but I can include like papers from my paper packs. Like you can get like this many pieces of paper with them. I can cut them down because it would have to fit in your thing anyways. I can put pieces of lace or trims and things like that. I can make little bundle packs. Then the other thing I was gonna say I could do is, if you don't want to have to put this together, once I'm done with it, if you like the way, I can either just put it together and you can decide where you want to put your pockets, but if you wanted me to go that step further and do those, I can make those. But what I was going to say to begin with is I can put the structure together for the bones, fold it up, I can label them out for you so that you know, and then you can have the fun of covering it, decorating it, putting pockets on there, using whatever paper you have on hand. You don't have to buy a pack with trims or lace, but you can. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Maybe I'll list it out a little bit better in the description box if I can figure out how to get my words together. Anyhow, let me know because I'd be more than happy to help you out. And it's not going to be, I mean, I would have to just go and figure out a price because you'd have to pay shipping too. So I would not want to charge you $1 bazillion, so don't worry about that. It's not going to be real expensive. They will be pretty inexpensive, even if they have lace in them. Like I'm not in it to get rich. I'm in it to have fun and to make a little bit of money. So there's that. Once I'm in it to get rich, it's going to become a job that's not going to be fun for me, and I don't want to do that. That's just how I am. That's not how everybody is, but that is how I am. And I think I like this front page first. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and just lay this on there. I already know. That's gorgeous. So this is my 12 by 12 pad of paper from the Paper Studio. And I mean, I don't mind if some of those flowers come on there. I was thinking that maybe if I go this way, I can do that. And then, because I'd like to use those then in there, and I can even make that as a page or a journal card. I can back it and make it I can tear it around or something and make a tuck. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Now, I already cut paper to go in here, and I even use a paper cutter, but I'm not a good measuring person, so I'm going to just put that there like that. I'm going to try it one more time and just see what I can do. I figure if I can't get it, so you might not want me to do your, like if I cut your papers, I'm not going to cut them to fit. I'm going to cut them bigger so that you can, you know, you don't have to start out with Sandra's secrets. You can have your own if you have them. But let's see, I'm going to go a little bit past that. My pencil, and I'm just going to make a little mark. That pencil doesn't have any lead. I need to fix that. One pencil, the pencil that has lead has no eraser. The pencil with the eraser has no lead. So I'm gonna go just a little bit out because I don't mind trimming a little bit, and then I'm gonna go right there. And then I'm gonna use my paper cutter. Yeah. So how many times have I done that backwards? Let me see. I wanna cut. I don't want that flower to come off, so I'm gonna cut this way first. Yes. I think. I'm not gonna worry about it, you know what? It's just paper and I got another piece in there if this doesn't work out. Where's my line? There we go. There's that. Thank God. And I have this one right here. There we go. And there we go. Just checking the time. All right. So I know. So this, since I have my little note here that says cover this fully, I'm gonna go ahead and erase it because I don't want to. I mean, what if it does show through a little bit? Even though it's pencil, if I was gonna put anything on there, I would just put, oh, I know, I can put like positive affirmations underneath this. Wouldn't that be fun? And then whoever gets this, we can just put like, let me see. No lead. Where'd my lead go? I tossed it over here. You are magnificent. There, that's from me to you, whoever gets this. And then I'm gonna take that off because I know I'm gonna put the signature there, so I'm gonna just put, I think I'm good with that. You know what, maybe what I'll do, instead of writing it, since I'm gonna cover everything up, I can put, I can just put like a little highlighter on there. Ooh, yeah, I'll try these. Have you ever tried these erasable highlighters from Pen and Gear? Erasable highlighters, let me see. So I'm just gonna put some highlighter on there. It's just color. It's just color, what am I afraid of? I'm gonna try and erase it now. So it must be an alcohol base. Let me sniff it. I need to quit sniffing everything. So, so that it dries fast. I can still see the pencil though, so that's good. But anyways, signature goes there. Let's get this on. So I don't think I need to waste all the glue and put this all the way down. I do need to make sure I'm gonna be able to close this because that's probably the biggest thing. So like, oh. So it goes this way. I don't know why I'm trying to do that. I just need to make sure I can close this. So it's going to go that way. And then this is gonna go this way and that way. So that has to, there and that. So I'm gonna double check those to make sure. That's, I think, the only thing, and that was something else I think that Tina talked about on her video. It was to make sure, you know, that you're full so you can double check that kind of stuff. I'm gonna close that up so I don't get glue on it. I'm going to grab a sheet of, because I'm extremely messy, I'm gonna put that underneath there. Big ways, because that way if my glue comes off of this paper, it's gonna go right there. So I think what I'm gonna do, again, and I said I was gonna ink this and I never did, so we're gonna do a little inky dinky do. I'm just gonna use my Vintage Photo Distress ink. And I guess I'm just gonna ink it as I go because I don't know what papers I'm gonna do until I do them. And if I decide I want a different color ink for the paper, something, I don't know. I just want to have, I don't want to limit myself. I can always edit this part out too. I keep saying that. It's like my little note to myself. So, I'm gonna get this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do that one. This is actually gonna be covered up right there, so I don't know what I'm doing. I'll go ahead and ink that one while we're here, which may be covered, but okay. I think that's all I'm gonna do on that one. Now remember I said how we can go back in there and we can always go and redo our glue, because I just did that cheap glue and you can see it is cheap. Look how easy that just comes off. So it could be also that I did it right on top of the strip of glue from the envelope, but we don't know. So I'm going to do this. I just want to get at least one page covered with you so you can see how I'm doing it and how I'm sealing this edge up. So I'm just going to go there and just kind of down to the bottom. I can go do the other side when I get to the back. I just want to make sure that this is in there nice and good. Also, when I put something on this seam, it's going to help adhere these two together and give it a little bit more strength, because there's going to be a signature there. But just for peace of mind while I'm decorating, getting my pages down, I want to have that down there. So this is going to be a multi-parter video, because I'm going to go through the whole thing. I'll probably will do some things off camera, and I'm going to fast forward through different parts where I'm gluing and stuff like that. It does take time to edit, but so I think I'm just going to go like that, and I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to bring it up to the edge there. And I think I would definitely want to be to this edge more. I'm more concerned on the outside edge than an edge where I'm going to lay down my signature, except for this one. The signature is only going to go, it's not going to go on the whole thing, so I need to remember that too. There we go. I like that, and I don't have to, because I don't really need glue in the middle. I really don't. This is going to be down on the edges. I'm going to have other stuff on top of it. I'm going to have a signature sewed in it. I mean, I don't need this. I don't need to waste the glue that way, or the time to do it. I don't think. So, there we go. Now let's get that out. Let's see. Oh, I like it. I like it. I need to go to the back page though. So see how I went over. I think what I'm going to do for now is I'm not going to worry about trimming that off, because at the end of it, if I end up putting lace down, then that's going to be wasted effort right now, and I don't need to do that. And I'm going to be decorating on this side too, and it doesn't matter if I end up, when I cover this, if it comes out to that, it doesn't matter. So I think I'm going to leave it like that and just keep moving forward. So since I have this on one page, I was thinking that maybe I should do it in either somewhere back here, or like right there. That'd be perfect. Or we'll just do it. I like this one right here. So where'd my paper go? And we can use this for our scraps because it's little enough. Oh, I think, do I have a piece big enough without getting those flowers? No? Or do I do the flowers on this? Do the flowers on it. Thank you, whoever said that. Do the flowers. And I want the flowers, so I'm going to put it in this way. And try to get my trimming out here with a pencil mark. This is interesting. It's definitely a different animal of junk journaling, of just the whole thing of making it and decorating it. Like everything about it's different. Which, I mean, it's not a bad thing, it's just a different thing. And again, I'm not going to be too concerned if I'm not perfectly lined up, because I plan on using trims, washi tape, ink, and lace. All the things that help us, right? That make a party and hide our secrets. So let's see. Do I want a big piece? I think I want a big piece this way of plain. And I gotta find my marker. Mark right there. So I can either go up the side and have a short one that way, and then a bigger piece this way. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's pretty. And then I still have some to put on the back side too. I think what I'm going to try to do is plan on using whatever I do, maybe whatever color I use, to use it 3 or 5 times in the journal to move it through the journal. So like 2 times in the front, 1 time in the back. 2 times in the back, 1 time in the front. Do you know what I mean? Or maybe I'll just stick to a plan I don't know. I don't want to be too specific on my plan, but I think something like that, and that'll help move. Oh, coffee dye crumb. That's inky paper. Must have fell out of my thing. So we're going to go ahead and ink this. Same thing. I'm just going to use the vintage photo on this one. It looked really pretty with that color. But I do like the idea of like when you open it up and you flip through it, you can see something else. I mean, maybe not right away, but at a point in time when you're opening the journal. So we'll get this one on, and then I think I'm going to call this one a video because the time is just slipping away from me super fast here. This day went by fast. It's funny now that I'm back to work, even though it's just a little bit, although this, you're going to see this video during the week, I think, or the weekend. Well, what day is it going to be? I don't even know when you're going to see this. I think you're going to see this video. Yeah, you're going to see this during the week or the weekend after. My gosh, I don't know where we're at. It's going to be after the fact. You're going to see this video after I have already had my crazy work week. These are the videos that I'm working on so that I can stay current, because now that I'm also having that crazy work week, but my my son and daughter-in-law, they've got 2 of the grandkids, they called and said, hey, we're going to come over this weekend. Is that okay? This coming week, whatever weekend. It's going to be the weekend after my busy work week where I'm working at 2 places. So there's going to be a lot. I'm going to be exhausted. So I'm already not going to be in my craft room for 4 whole days because there's no way. There's just no way. Like, I'm going to be focused on house cleaning and then just craft room cleaning and things like that during the crazy work week. And then I'm going to, and then I was going to come down and work on the weekend. I was going to craft and stuff like that, but they're going to be here, so I'm not going to do that. We are going to spend time, well, we're going to somebody's house for a barbecue, so I need to call and see if I can bring my children. Everybody else is bringing their kids, so I think I could bring mine. So they'll be fine with it. I'm just being funny. Can I bring my 30-year-old children, please? And then they're youngsters. So we're going to go there for a barbecue on one of the evenings, early evening barbecue. And then one of the days, I think we're going to spend it all day at the lake, or most of the day. And then and I think we're, oh, maybe that'll be that might be the barbecue day, but I don't know. But anyways, oh no, that's art glitter glue. It's not forgiving. Hello, stop doing that. So I bought 3 giant bottles of cheap champagne so that we can have mimosas. Us girls, anyways. I don't care what the boys do, but us girls, we can have our mimosas. Orange juice and me aren't best friends, and so I still have it with orange juice, but I have it with cranberry juice too. So I think my mimosa is, my mimosas are usually half champagne and then a little bit of orange juice, and then I fill it up with cranberry juice. So, but I think that's gonna be fun. Isn't that cute? So right now we got that one, and then there's gonna be a signature here, and I'm really liking that. Isn't that pretty? It's just gonna be so pretty. Like, man, Kat, I'm so glad you mentioned this to me. I honestly don't think I would have ever done this. And then I tried and I couldn't do it, and then I was like determined, and then I was terrified, and then I was determined again. And then after watching Tina's video, I was like, I can do it. Tina Williams at Rehatched Designs. Okay, so there we go. That's all I got for you today. I might still keep working on some stuff. I don't know if I'll turn the camera on for everything, but I will try to keep you with me for most of it. Hope you guys have a great day. And I will see you in the next video. My friends, enjoy all your moments. Bye.